Hi YouTube, this is going to be a knife review on the Spydeco Resilience and the Tenacious together, because they're kind of in the same family. I think it's the Resilience, Tenacious, Ambitious, and something else that I can't think of the name. These are the only two I have out of the family of Spydeco's. I guess it's their more affordable line. Well, they have the Bird line, but this is like under Spydeco's name. So let's get right into it with the specs. And the specs on these guys are, let me make this a little smaller because I don't need it that long. Specs on these guys, first the Resilience, the bigger of the two, is going to be a 4 1/4 inch blade. 4 1/4 inch blade with about a 5 1/4 inch handle. And the Tenacious is about a 3 1/2 inch blade, a little over, looks like, and about a 4 1/4, 4 1/2 inch handle. So they're both decently sized. They're both on the heavier side, I would say, for this. I'm not sure how much exactly it weighs. I would guess around 5 to 6 ounces, which isn't that bad for this big of a knife, I wouldn't think. This is a pretty large knife. And this one I would say is around 4 ounces, which isn't bad either for what you're getting. They're full flat ground, 8CR 13 MOV steel, which is a pretty good steel. Holds an edge adequately, and it does rust pretty quick, but you know, as long as you keep oil on your knives, take care of your knives, maintain them a lot, you'll be alright with that. I don't live in that humid of an environment, and I did get some rust on this one, but that's okay. So I just kept oiling them more. You can see I have a lot of scratches and scuffs on this one. I've used this a lot, cut a bunch of things with it. I've had to sharpen it about twice, I believe. I don't do the best sharpening jobs in the world, so we'll see that at the cut test. I'm not the best sharpener, but this one I haven't used at all, because this is a tactical blade for me. Tactical blade, or a self-defense knife is what I'd call it, a self-defense. So I don't really use this one at all, actually. Now you can see here I did blacken that pocket clip with fire. I just kind of put it in the fire for a little while, got it black. You can see I didn't do this side because I went to take these screws off, got this screw off and this screw off, this screw stripped. Chinese screws. So I just had to kind of move it up and then heat it up while it's still on the knife. Not recommended, but you know, I just really wanted to do it because I really don't like the chrome. It just makes it more subdued. Sorry about the tripod moving a little bit. And I also did that on the Tenacious. Let me close this so I don't cut myself. Did that on the Tenacious. You can see I got the whole thing, missing a pocket clip screw there. Stripped that screw out too. I'm really not good with screws, but that one looks real nice if it didn't have that freaking screw missing. I'll have to send Spydeco an email, see if I can get one, or if I'm going to have to pay for it or whatever. If I do, I'll just shell out the money to pay for it, I guess. But yeah, it's still, even with just these two, it's really tight. It's not going anywhere. It's really nice, easy to access that liner lock. They close nice and smooth, really smooth. I've used this one a lot, and it's really smooth. And I almost just cut myself right there. Alright, good. I didn't cut myself. Thought I did. And same with this one. You get right in there, close. Now you have to be careful with these because they do have, if you see here, now that hits a little bit, but most of the time that blade is going to come right down on your finger, and that's not good. Like, for example, here we have a Endura, where if you hit it, that hilt's big enough, or whatever, sub hill, or however, whatever that's called, I forget, that will hit your hand and it won't cut you. Same with, I believe the paramilitary is the same way. If somehow, I don't know why you do that, but see, the hilt hits you, so you're not going to cut yourself. You might pinch yourself, you're not going to cut yourself. And then let's see here, the Gale Bradley may be the same way too. Yep, see, Gale Bradley has more. Now that's a little closer. It's more going towards the Tenacious, but it's still pretty good. This one, this one will get you. It'll get you if you're not careful. But the pocket clip's nice and strong. I've carried this one a lot. I've done a lot of work with it. It's a really nice knife. Cuts good. Sorry, I might not have been in frame there. Yeah, like I said, the full front round is really good. It is made in China, which I don't mind. I don't really care. As long as the quality is good of the knife, I don't care where it's made, to be honest. And the quality is smoking on these, especially for the price. I believe 30 to 40 bucks for this. 35 to 50 on this one you can pay. I got this one for about 45, and I think I got this one for about 40. So I might have overpaid a little bit on that one. I don't really know. I don't really care. If it's by $2 or $3, it doesn't really matter to me. But yeah, they're really nice knives. I'll put them out for size comparison here. There they are together. You can see that the resilience really dwarfs that knife. Here they are in front of the Endura. Oh, let's move them up. There they are in front of the Endura. You can see the Endura is bigger than the Tenacious, but smaller than the Resilience by a little bit. And this is another self-defense knife I would classify it as, or EDC. I use this for EDC a lot. I would not use this one. But here's another self-defense knife that is the Cold Steel Recon 1, which comes in at almost the same size. It's a little smaller than the spydeco Resilience, but it's not really that much smaller. Yeah, I would trust. I know some people have problems trusting the liner locks, but these are pretty thick liners. So I would trust these liners, to be honest. Even the Tenacious is just as thick. Yeah, they're really nice knives. The steel isn't the greatest. It's not the worst by no means. I would much rather see like a VG10. That would be awesome. But then you're going to be paying a lot more money than what they cost. You know, an S30V, that'd be cool. I don't really need S30V though. I kind of like VG10 a little more, to be honest. But yeah, HCR 13 MOV or isn't that bad at all. So let's do a little cut test here. Got my paper. Let me crank the tripod up a little more. Alright, so got the paper here. Resilience cut test first. This is a factory edge, right out of the box. Sorry if I'm not in frame the whole time. That's a factory edge right out of the box. Let's see if it's shaving sharp. It does shave some hairs, but it's not completely shaving sharp. Sorry if I wasn't in camera there. I don't know if I was or not. But it doesn't. It shaves a couple hairs, but it doesn't get it all. Let's do the Tenacious cut test. This was resharpened. Okay, it tears at some point. I gotta probably touch this up a little bit. The tip isn't as sharp as it should be. I can actually feel a little burr on there. That's not good. I'll have to touch that up after this video. So yeah, but really nice knife. Oh, I forgot to say about the tip. The tips on these are really precise. Now, along with that comes a little bit of durability issue. I've never had a problem with it. I've never heard of a problem with it, but just something to take in consideration if you're like, you know, one of the guys who sticks your knife and stuff and pries and, you know, every other way. To be honest, I'd probably go with something more like the Cold Steel Recon, which does have a precise tip, but I don't know, the Cold Steels, the Triad Lock and stuff is more of what I would think is a folding pry bar type of knife, not the Resilience or the Tenacious. But they're really great knives, and I think that if you're thinking about buying one, that you should definitely get one because they're so cheap. I mean, I just don't see why you wouldn't add them to your collection. It's a really nice knife. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more knife gear and prepping videos and also gun videos to come soon. Yeah, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Thank you. Bye. Have a nice day.